Here on Delmarva, we love our time outdoors and, of course, our beautiful beaches. I'm here with Dr. Spellman with Beebe Healthcare, and earlier you told me something pretty surprising. Melanoma is the 5th most common type of cancer in Delaware.
Correct. And the number one cause of that is right there.
The sun.
The sun.
All right, so Dr. Spellman, tell me, who can get skin cancer? Does it depend on age, gender, anything like that?
Everybody can get skin cancer. It more commonly happens in lighter skinned individuals, but everybody is at risk.
And so we talked earlier about something called skin screening. What is skin screening, and what can people do at Beebe Healthcare to get their skin screened?
Well, skin screening is a process of evaluating patients with magnifying glasses and special lighting and so forth to see if they have lesions at risk that we need to remove for biopsy.
And so before they go into Beebe Healthcare for skin screening, what are some things people can do at home to check themselves out? What signs should they be looking for?
Well, there's the classic signs of melanoma we call the ABCDs, which no must never see, but it has to do with the borders of the pigmented lesion, the asymmetry, the color variations within that lesion, and more importantly, whether or not it's changed over the course of time. Other things would be scaly lesions, lesions that bleed or ulcerate.
Okay, perfect. And so I know we're out here on the beach in the sun right now. When people are going out though, what are a couple things you recommend they do before they expose their skin to the sun?
Well, that's why I always carry a backpack with me. I spend a lot of times outdoors and I carry it wherever I go, and in it I carry sunscreen, insect repellent, extra clothing, hats, water. But you should wear clothing that has sun protection formula in its weave. This is a very light hoodie, so if I don't have a hat, I can put this up.
Okay.
Pants that are built for outdoors, water resistant and insect resistant as well. But the important thing is to make sure you have good, strong sunscreen on, and you should reapply that every few hours.
Well, I know you mentioned too your bag that you carry. I want to get a little bit more into that. So Leah and Maya are here on the beach with us as well. I'm going to have you help them get ready to get into the sun. And I don't know if we dressed too appropriately today, so he's going to help us out. Okay, Dr. Spellman, we have these lovely ladies here. How did they do dressing for the sun today?
Terribly.
Terrible. Oh, no, we try. All right, what would you do to help them? What would you fix? And did they do anything right?
Well, no.
Okay.
So they do need sunscreen, and they need long sleeve tops, and they need hats, and they need sunwear on their face, glasses, sunglasses.
All right. So when you guys come back, maybe get a cool shirt and pants like Dr. Spellman has to protect you from the sun. Anything else you'd recommend to these two?
If they have spent too much time in the sun, they can get a bigger version of this. This is great for kids. It's a pop-up tent, so that if they're starting to get red and they don't have an umbrella with them and they don't want to leave the beach quite yet, they can just take a little respite inside the tent.
Perfect. Let's talk about kids a little bit more if that's okay. Then I know you mentioned this is great for kids to get them that full shade. What else would you recommend to parents when they're bringing their kids out to the beach?
Well, you got to lather them up. And again, they make rash guards for kids, and they make floppy hats to cover the ears for kids as well. Kids should probably also wear sunglasses, particularly near the water, because you get a double hit. You get a reflection of the sun back off the water.
We've been learning a lot today. Now, but people are going to have a lot of information to take away, but there's something else they can do to protect themselves. Tell us a little bit about Beebe's Skin Cancer Screening Clinic.
We see patients every other Thursday in the clinic from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 4 p.m. and we examine them from head to toe if they wish, or just specific items that they want checked out.
All right, and thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us. Can you just tell us how you got all of this knowledge about the sun and skin protection?
I did a fellowship in surgical oncology, and from there I was one of the sarcoma melanoma surgeons at Roswell Park Cancer Institute in Buffalo, and then moved here.
How long have you been doing this for?
43 years.
All right, so if you have questions then, this is your guy. He knows a lot more than we do. We learned a lot today. Thank you so much for teaching us how to protect ourselves while we still have some fun in the sun.
You're welcome.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Beebe Healthcare.